So Keylan Cassidy of Ireland approaching the boxing ring, making his way towards the red corner. His opponent, entering the arena to cries of Mexico, Mexico, is Said Erani OLVERA Arriaga, excuse me. OLVERA is a name that he is addressed by, following the tradition of all boxers, where Spanish is the first language from that part of the world. So Kim Jong-jin of Korea is our referee with the final instructions. This is 80-kilogram light heavyweight action from the second preliminary round of the tournament in this weight bracket between boxers from Ireland and Mexico. Two southpaws going head-to-head, the taller figure wearing red is Keylan Cassidy, 24 years of age. His opponent, wearing blue, is 20-year-old Said OLVERA. First bout of the tournament for both of these men. In their first World Championship appearances, they both received byes in the round of 64. And for OLVERA, it's his first tournament outside of Mexico. What a stage on which to make your international debut. Plenty of success in the passionate boxing nation of Mexico, winning regional championships and youth festivals. But here he is on the global stage, but he's just being put on the end of a rapid-fire right jab and a left hand to the body by the taller figure in red, who's very busy with his hands. Chin rather up in the air, but OLVERA hasn't been able to close the distance and test it through this first half of the round. Terrific footwork being demonstrated, up on his toes, moving laterally left and right, and OLVERA is having a really difficult job getting to within his own punching range. Counter right jab is a wonderful shot from Cassidy. Punching off the ropes, he was totally square. His head was way up in the air, but OLVERA was being put under such pressure from the volume being put in his direction, he couldn't get his own shots away. Nice movement in the pocket, good reflexes being shown by Cassidy. He appears to be rather open, but such is his range and reach, and indeed his reflex, that OLVERA can't find the range. Jab on the back foot was a scoring shot. And there's another one which lands, but it was caught by the glove. Good jab to the body from Cassidy. Working behind that lead right hand, and it's just keeping the man in blue at bay. Terrific volume of punches, a couple of which did get through from Cassidy, whose movement has been incessant from the opening bell. Well, he raises his left hand, and unsurprisingly, because it was very difficult to catch him with anything. Said Olvera pursuing his man all over the ring, but he seldom stayed still. So one suspects it will be unanimously scored in favor of Cassidy, and there's confirmation. Energetic display in the opening 3 minutes from Cassidy to remain out of harm's way against his opponent from Mexico. And he used his attribute of greater reach to score with jabs like that. And the left cross coming in this battle between southpaws. Here's an example of the reflexes as he was able to lay back despite appearing to be trapped on the ropes, still managing to make the man in blue miss. So into the second round then. Keylan Cassidy, the reigning 3-time national champion of Ireland, sweeping the first round 10-9 for all 5 scoring judges. While both men trying to show the referee that it's the other guy doing the holding. Olvera spoken to about not keeping his head up. And again, Cassidy just making the man miss by inches. Flicking out that right jab once again. Spins off the ropes by moving to his left. And there's a check left hand. May have landed with the inside of the glove, but it certainly landed. And Olvera, part of a 9-strong Mexican boxing team, simply cannot close the distance. Cassidy remaining out of punching range, but yet within range for his own telescopic right jab. There he tried a left cross before the lead right hand, but didn't find the mark. But then look at that, disruptive right hand just flicking the eyebrow of the man in blue. Olvera swinging and missing. Takes a good right hand to the body there, and maybe Olvera will look to invest in body shots now and try to slow this man down. Bobbing and weaving in front of him now. He's still going for the head. But again, Cassidy able to sway out of the way of the shot that was coming in his direction. Surely this is where Olvera should be looking to work away, isn't it? If he's having such difficulty catching the man. Don't accept the clinch, try and free the hands and rattle those ribs. He's only 20 years of age, remember. This is his first contest outside of Mexico as he gets through with a good straight left. But the movement of Cassidy is making life very difficult indeed for young Said Olvera. Grimaced his gum shield as he swung with the left hand to the body there, and then changing direction was Cassidy, and he poked him with a right jab as he did so. Beautiful punch combination from Cassidy, a 3-shot salvo. Up on his toes. Kangaroo style around the boxing ring. Non-stop movement, demonstrating terrific energy. And Olvera simply cannot catch the man. And he's doing enough, is Cassidy, so that this can't be construed as running. But there he scores with a right jab once again. But my goodness, he has done an outstanding job maintaining the gap between himself and his opponent. 2 rounds in the book. And I'm not sure that Cassidy's been touched solidly yet, certainly on his chin. He took a couple of body shots in that second round, as Olvera intelligently tried to change his approach, but he wasn't able to maintain it. 2 rounds completed, both of them scored across the board for Cassidy, 10-9 from all 5 judges. There's an example of the ability that Cassidy possesses to make his man miss. And invariably, he comes back with scoring punches. Perfect example there. Right jab just touching his Mexican opponent, while the attempted punches from Olvera are short of the mark. So we go into the third and final round. Keylan Cassidy has done a terrific job controlling this one. Long wait for both of these boxers to make their World Championship debuts. 6 days into Belgrade 2021. And here they are boxing for the first time. Olvera will have seen his teammates enter the fray, who have been very impressive, truth be told. It's a very young squad. But they're demonstrating ringcraft, which often belies their years. He's come up against a very fleet-footed individual here. There he does try to get busy at close range rather than accepting a clinch as he did in the second round. Tried to keep his hands free and slow down the man to the body. But Cassidy looking to re-establish that distance that has kept him out of trouble for the first 6 minutes of the contest. Olvera again swinging and missing. Can't maintain the attack, and look at the flurry of punches he's put on the end of there, in between his gloves, buffeting his head. Unlikely to be hurtful shots given the volume that are coming out, but they are scoring shots. Clever boxing being produced by Cassidy, using his strengths of speed, mobility, reflex, and accuracy to make this an almost impossible job for Olvera. He simply cannot land solidly on anything. Trying to the body, he falls short because Cassidy is able to ghost out of distance when he appears to be in distance when Olvera's pulling the trigger. Can't quicken a feet enough to keep up with the man. And inside the final minute, well, Olvera's running out of time to produce the finishing flurry that he needs. And Cassidy appearing as fresh and as energetic deep into this third round as he was at the start of the contest. Really is staying busy with that lead right hand. Whether it lands or not, it's just keeping Olvera occupied. And those last three did get through, cracking them out into the head of his Mexican opponent. There is the southpaw left once again. Then another single comes in, and Cassidy continuing to show wonderful reflexes and sense of timing to just hit without being hit. It's been a fantastic performance from Keylan Cassidy. From opening bell to last, he kept the movement going and was barely touched. Roy Jones Jr. is heavily involved with AIBA and these championships. And at the opening ceremony, in which he featured heavily, he closed the show with the track from his album, Can't Be Touched. I wonder whether that's going to be on the earpods of Cassidy, because that is how he boxed during the course of that contest. Wonderful movement, fantastic reflexes. Let's get the official verdict.
Decision is the boxer out of the red corner, Keylan Cassidy.
So Keylan Cassidy of Ireland prevailing on a unanimous points verdict. An 8-10-8 scorecard returned in the final round by the judge from Trinidad and Tobago. A very good performance indeed by the man from Waterford, and the three-time reigning Irish national champion through to the round of 16 after making a successful World Championship debut against his fellow debutant, Said Olvera of Mexico. He not able to tag his man with anything solid, certainly not anything consistent. Frustrating afternoon for him, and it's Cassidy who goes through to the round of 16. We'll see him in action again on the 1st of November when he faces off against Tajikistan's Shabos Negmatoloev. That's scheduled for the evening session on the 1st of November.